Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess it's not really morning anymore, is it? It's not like afternoon. No. How's everybody out there today? Hey, Bert, how are you, buddy? Might as well unmute my microphone over here as well. Hope everybody's good out there today. Another blimey, snowy, miserable, nah, beautiful day. East Coast, anyway. Hey, Grandpa, long time no see, buddy. How are you?
Doing fine.
Hey, Bert. Been watching some of your Iron Man series there, Grandpa. Looks pretty good. I was just gonna blame it on autocorrect, Grandpa. Every time I type out my name on my phone, it comes out JJ or KK as well. So. Hope the stream looks and sounds okay for everybody. I've reset all my settings when I reformatted my computer the other day, so hope I'm not too loud, too quiet. And hope Discord, you guys can hear me pretty good as well. So. Just playing here on some Rattlesnake Valley. It's a 4X map that was highly anticipated in its release. It's currently in the beta section under from Giants. So there's some small things wrong with it, like well, we have some pretty giant parking lots with sand around them. There's no actual water in them yet, so.
But yeah, the frame rate's a lot quicker.
Yeah, my frame range right now I'm at about 25-ish. My voice could be louder. Let's see.
I got muted on my streaming because of the on Discord. My mic is kind of getting rerouted, so I got the stream muted. So what's the plan today, JJ?
How's that, Grandpa? I'll turn Discord down just a little bit if you don't mind saying something for me there, Bird. And the plan for today is I am going to harvest field 15. I have sped up time. So we're going to get field 15 harvested. Field 12 needs to be harvested, work on getting those replanted. and I'm either thinking about getting into forestry or purchasing fields 19 and 20, and I want to do a wheat and crop rotation on those. Or I might do one wheat and the other one corn or sunflower. Uh, so we have to purchase the corn header as well for. I don't think we have it for this combine, but I'm hoping that the default corn header will fit on it. So. So while I have a couple of you guys here watching, if you guys haven't already and you guys want to see a new game, or you've heard of the game but you weren't really sure if you wanted to play it because you didn't know what it was like, the name of the game is Empyrean. Go check out Grandpa's Gaming over on YouTube. He has a lot of footage of Empyrean, and he actually just started a new series. It's called the Iron Man series. I believe in March they have an official server, I'm guessing, from what I understand, that he will be joining on. And
Jay, can you hear me good? Because my Bluetooth is cutting in and out.
I can hear you okay. But yeah, definitely go check out Grandpa's Gaming. Like I said, he does a lot of Empyrean. If we can ever get him back into it, he also plays Farm Sim with us from time to time when we can get him back into it. And yeah, so go check out Grandpa's Gaming. Like I said, really good guy. As his slogan goes, "You're just never too old to game." Just before I get this hooked back up, I might as well come out here and refuel it. How is Papa Rob there, Grandpa? I don't see you guys around anymore.
Jay, I'm gonna have to close Discord for a minute.
No problem, buddy. Now when I reformatted my computer, I'm realizing to myself that I forgot to do something. I have not reset up all of my commands. So as far as me typing in for you guys to come and join me, because the server should be open, I'm going to throw my BRB sign back up here in a second, because I'm going to need to change our server password so that you guys can come and join me. And I'm going to quickly at the same time make a exclamation point join link so you guys can get all of our mods. If I hit Alt Tab, not just Tab, you know, get back into my John Deere here. Sly Robo Cop Gaming. How are you today, buddy? Definitely miss talking to you guys. Just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get a link for my Dropbox folder here so you guys can download all of our mods. So there we go, guys. There's a link to my Dropbox. All you have to do is once you download it, just extract it into your mods folder, and you should have all the mods to join us. All right, have a good one, Grandpa. Just bear with me there, guys. I'll take you out of this view at least, so my track IR stops spinning around. I'll let you guys watch what the combine here is doing. Alright guys, let's get back to business here. Gonna get some stuff set up since I reformatted my computer. Thanks to Bird, he donated me a copy of Windows. Alrighty, so let's get back into my John Deere tractor. We gotta get that out here. Get him out to the field so that he can unload that combine. Double check I still have the chaser bin behind me, and I do. So I hope it is a Thursday for everybody. I believe that's what day it is for me today. I don't know, they kind of seem to run together all the time. I do know that tomorrow I will be updating some of the mods that are on our server. Some of the equipment that I am using should be coming out with new releases tomorrow. So I'll be getting into that. It's kind of why I've been hesitant on getting into forestry, because it's that equipment that's being released tomorrow. So yeah guys, the server is open if you guys want to come out and join. There's definitely a lot of work to do. I'd definitely like to see some of these hired workers getting fired. So, as much as I love Mr. Ivan, he's starting to annoy me, and, well, I'd rather replace him with someone I can trust. Sky Robot Gaming. Not a lot's happening. Just unloading here, field 15. So. Guess I should probably pay attention, eh? Since there's a combine there. Let's back up. Resituate myself. And there we go. Let's get this guy up and going. So we do have sheep as well. We currently have 5. We need to get them some water and cleaned up. Definitely need to purchase a bucket for the front loader as well. So I think I'm currently harvesting soybean, which is pretty much full here. So it's all going to be sold off, and it's selling for a pretty decent price. So I'm going to get this guy down to the field so he can at least sit there, so that when that overload trailer is full, he can unload. Might take the other John Deere that I have while this is doing its thing, run it back up to the store, purchase a bucket for it. At the same time, I'm probably going to drop off the loader iron, the pallet forks for it. Not really sure where I want to stick those just yet, but I might stick them somewhere. But I'll run back, grab the water bowser, and that was one thing I never did check, if there's a spot on this map to fill up with water. So we may be in a bit of a predicament, because I've heard people have added in water towers that are modded so that they can get the water that way. Before we go too far, let's double check if there's not a placeable water tower. There is. So we may have to put this down so that we can get water. Actually, let's go ahead and buy one. Let's not buy it here. Let's wait. When I get over to the sheep, I will buy one and place one down. So I hope everybody is having a really great Thursday. I know I've already said that once or twice. But yeah, it's blowing snow here. We've gotten probably 4 feet in 3 days, so, which, you know, for being in Canada, I guess some can say that's just the norm for this time of year, but yeah, they're calling for another one sometime this weekend as well, so. And I just got informed by my wife that apparently we're supposed to be hitting the 7-degree mark at the same time sometime this week. So we'll run this guy up, drop off that auger wagon. Do I like flight simulators? Sly Robocop. I have tried playing some of them. I don't think I gave it very much time, but I don't think it would be my thing, so I tried the demo for Flight Plane 10, and it just didn't seem like it was going to be my kind of game, so I didn't bother going any further with it. Some of the friends that I do hang out with, Buckshot, he does play Flight Simulator 10. Wheels as well is big into Flight Simulator. Well, I shouldn't say he's big into Flight Simulator. When I first met Wheels, that's all that he was playing at the time was Flight Simulator and Farm Sim. I'm not sure if he has any of that content up on his YouTube page. I'm not really sure. As far as Buck, I don't think he has any Flight Simulator content up on his either, so I think that's a game that Buck just likes to play for his own amusement and doesn't really want to make videos on it at the moment. That may change or may not change depending on his moods. Alright, as this is unloading, I want to drop this auger wagon off, which is really funny because in theory that should have stopped unloading. I need to come down here and move this header trailer, because I can see now the combine's going to get hung up on it. So let's go hook up to them. Right up here against this fence line, go back, hook back up to the auger wagon, jump over in the other John Deere, and go grab some pallet fork. Go grab a bucket. Welcome back, Mr. Bird.
Yep, JK, Bluetooth issues are no fun.
Sorry?
Bluetooth issues are no fun.
No, they are not.
And it was messing with my mic and my headphones, so I had to change things around.
So, did you say because you don't have your laptop that you're not going to be able to come on the farm today, or were you planning on coming and joining?
I'm planning on coming and joining later. I don't know what time you guys are getting off, but at least probably about 7 o'clock I plan on coming in because I don't have my wheel with me here.
Okay. You at work, or?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to do right now, so I came on in. But yeah, I do work 8 to 5 Monday for Friday, but
Okay.
I don't have my wheel with me, so it's kind of hard to stream to come into the server without doing that.
Oh, that's cool, buddy.
You know, some people are not meant to drive with the keyboard.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do resort back to that from time to time, so. I'm sure you guys can hear my wife in the background. My daughter's currently beating her up, so it's kind of funny some days.
Yeah, I bet. How's your day been? Has it been good all morning?
It hasn't been too bad. I was definitely tired yesterday. I don't think I've had 14 hours of sleep in a long time. Well, since my daughter's been born, but yeah, I was on here a little bit there last night, and I fell asleep in my computer chair and smashed my head off the steering wheel. That's when I decided I'd go to bed. So got up this morning feeling all fresh and good to go, and I'm sure you guys can hear my wife in the background. It's kind of comical.
Yep, and I hear your baby too.
And she's having fun beating up on her mother, so.
Yep, I bet that sounds like fun to her. I'm just glad now that you do have your machine back up and running at the proper speed.
Oh, I am too. I definitely do appreciate what you did for me. Um, I can't say thanks enough for it. And hey, Daniel, how are you today, buddy? Thank you for coming out and joining me on this lovely Thursday. I don't know what kind of weather is we're here from, but up here we are getting hit with our second snowstorm this week, and she's gonna drop another 4 feet of snow on top of us. So.
Uh-oh, the screen just started to buffer on my end. I don't know that was all about.
I'm not sure. It might be on your end. As far as here, I have my laptop right now running my stream as well, and it seems fine there.
Yeah, I just changed the quality back to 720 because sometimes 1080 seems to cause issues.
Well, I know my FPS seemed to drop a little bit. I'm currently getting 19 frames. This map is definitely not very optimized from what I've been noticing. Certain spots of the map I get 20, other spots of the map I get 40, and around the store it seems to vary at what I'm getting. So.
Same thing on the local player, same thing.
The local player, sorry?
Yeah, the single player, you get the same kind of issues.
I haven't tried single player. I rarely ever load up single player. Ever since I've joined playing with Buck and the crew, single player is something that I think I might have 5-10 minutes on max, and that was when the game first got released because the servers weren't out yet. So.
Because I'm more kind of a multiplayer person myself.
Yeah, I'm always on the server. If I'm in Farm Sim, I'm on the server. It's pretty rare that I'm off the server.
Yep, but you were saying earlier that you were doing snow removal again.
I was doing it for my apartment building. The building I live in is a bunch of older ladies that live in it, so it makes it kind of hard for some of them to get outside when the snow's coming down pretty bad. So I go out and clean off their cars and move them for them so that the plows can get in and do their job.
That's an awful nice thing to do.
Someone has to do it for them, so I'd rather me do it, and this way here there's no ambulance being called because they hurt themselves. So.
Yep, I kind of agree. I mean, I'm the same way personality-wise. I like to do things for people, make sure they get done right, and of course I enjoy doing things like that.
Trying to remember now where the sheep are. There they are.
Yeah, you were saying on 305 yesterday is what you told me.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if they were up or down.
Yeah, they're on the lower side.
So that's that, and that. They do not have a water bowser, so we will need to purchase one. Let's get out of this view for a second so I don't make you guys dizzy.
Yep, that wouldn't be fun if people got sick. That would not be fun.
Place that tower right there. So every day I check out on the sites and I see if there's any decent mods out. I'm more or less right now interested to see if there's not a update that comes out for this map, and I have yet to find one. So
Somebody was telling me today that some of the maps may get updated within the next couple of days. That's just a rumor I heard.
it all depends on when Giants decides to push them through. I check every day to make sure that I have the most up-to-date mods and up-to-date maps. That's why if you guys do decide to join us, as much as I try not to update every day, if the new map does come out, then I tend to update to it right away. This way here, where any issues that we may have had would probably be fixed. So.
Well, is there any updates that I'm going to need tonight when I come in?
No, as of right now, there's been no changes to the server whatsoever.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
See, the dirty portion for the animals is on the wrong bunker. Or you can put grass in both of them. But I figured one was for water, one's for grass. But apparently he put the cleanup spot on the water side.
That's kind of odd to do, isn't it? So what's going on with you and Wheels so far?
What's been going on with me and Wheels? Not a whole lot. Mr. Wheels is busy real life, so I haven't really seen him in a couple days.
Yeah, because I heard he may not come in for about another month or two. That's all I heard.
As long as he's busy at work, he's not usually on here, so. And I mean, right now it is his busy season at work, and because of said fact, we might not see him for the next couple months.
Yep, that is sad because he is a really positive thinker, just like you are.
Well, I'm sure he would appreciate you saying that, and I definitely do as well. And before anybody says anything, no, we have not paid off Bird to say that.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid anything here.
Only in cookies.
I guess so. Is buckshot coming out today?
I'm not really sure. I know the Hunter just came out with their new game, Call of the Wild, and I know Buck's been pretty interested in what's going on with that group. So I know he had pre-purchased it, so he's probably up playing that right now.
I heard about that. I hadn't really taken a look at it. Can you tell me what it's about? Because I hadn't taken a look at that yet to see what it's about.
For as far as Call of the Wild, I'm not sure. The Hunter itself is pretty much you go into the woods and you hunt. It's that kind of a game. You hunt the wild. Call of the Wild, I hear it's more of an animated version of it or an arcadey version of it. But it's not something like I played the Hunter for a little bit. I definitely was not into it, and for that reason, I probably will not purchase Call of the Wild to see what it's about.
Yeah, because I really not a type of person that hunts like that. I used to do fishing games when I was younger. That's about it.
Yeah, I've played my fair share of fishing games. If I'm gonna fish, I'm gonna go out onto the ice right now, and I'll do it out there. So.
Well, he do that. Do you catch anything?
I haven't done that since I was a kid, but usually I do.
See, I don't have the patience to wait for the fish. That's my problem.
I love just being out there. I'm an outdoors kind of guy. In the snow yesterday, a lot of the women that were in my building and stuff, they were all making the comment, I don't think I've ever seen him with a bigger smile on his face. I was sliding down some of the hills that the plows have made on a cardboard box just because I could. I was making snow angels in the middle of the driveway because the snow was light and fluffy. I was just having a blast. I won't lie, I kind of miss doing it for a living. I think that's why I can never do an office kind of job. I sit on my computer all day playing video games. I don't mind doing it, but to sit in an office building in a cubicle and stare at a computer monitor all day, I think I would go crazy. I'd rather be outside playing in the dirt, playing in the mud, picking stuff up, putting stuff down. That's my kind of attitude on life. So.
Thank goodness I don't have a cubicle, but yeah, I'm stuck inside all day doing IT work until that's done with.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. Myself personally, I know there's a lot of people that's the kind of work that they enjoy. Sitting there and working their let's say their 9 to 5, Monday to Friday job. Middle of summer when it's 40 plus degrees outside Celsius, they're sitting in their nice cozy air conditioning where it's like 5-6 degrees. They're nice and comfy. If they smoke, they go out, have a smoke, run back inside. 40 degrees outside, just bring extra water. Freeze it the night before, so the heat's hitting it, it's melting, and by noon you still have nice cold water. That's how it should be.
Yep, I agree. Now, regarding me, the reason I got started in IT was thanks to my dad. He got me started in it years ago when I was a kid. We bought my own computer, and I started taking with it, and he helped me out. And then next thing you know, it took off from there and self-taught from there.
So I need to get back down to field 15. That combine's full. I think this round is a plowing round, I think. Before I completely commit to hauling the plow down there, I will double check.
So JJ, how was your childhood?
I had a pretty decent childhood. Wasn't too bad. Yeah, did a lot of playing outside and stuff like that, running around outside. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, I guess. Honestly state, I've never broken a bone in my body, which is good.
Can't say the same for me. Had 2 of them.
No, I have yet to break a bone in my body, and let's knock on wood. I won't in my adult life either, so.
Well, yeah, but me, it wasn't my own fault. It was people when I was in high school were bullies and they knocked me down to the ground. That's what did it, both of them.
Yeah, that's not cool. I fractured my ankle when I was younger, in a middle school bathroom. Not doing no fight club thing or nothing. The school that I was in it was a revolutionary school, and there was no stairs in the school whatsoever. Everything was ramps. And the way that the heaters were, is the top of the heater was a slope. So what we could do is we could jump up on them and touch the ceiling. So we were doing that, and when I landed, the guy that did it before me didn't get out of the way fast enough, and I landed on his ankle, which twisted my ankle, and then I fell on top of my ankle. So I sprained my ankle or pretty much fractured my ankle. The doctor said if it was any more, it would have been broken, and I'm not going to lie, I wish it would have.
What about him? How did he come out from the fall?
He was fine.
Because breaking bones, it really hurts and it can mess you up for life if you do it the wrong way.
Yeah, actually a break is a lot less painful than if you fracture or sprain. They take longer to heal if you fracture them or sprain them.
Mine was a clean break on both my left arm and my left pinky.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. I've not really broken. I've broken some toes, stubbing them on stuff. But it's the way it goes when you work out in the woods and around equipment. And
I never done that yet, and I hope I don't ever.
I had a concussion last year. I was working in one of the canteens that I work for, and we have 2 great big windows that we open, and they have hinges so that they open upwards, so that it keeps the sun and stuff out. And my hand slipped on it, and it came down, cracked me on the top of the head, knocked me out. Was in the hospital for a night with concussions. I went back to work about 2 weeks later and took a 8-foot long, probably 16 inches wide log to the chest when it rolled off the table, and that put me back out for another week. It completely knocked me back, knocked the wind right out of me, and yeah.
Yeah, that getting knocked out like that. Thank goodness I never had that happen. I don't want it because it really does hurt when you get knocked out.
I've been knocked out twice. I thought at the time the dude was a good friend of mine. Something happened, I don't even know what. He got upset, threatened to fight me. At the time he was training mixed martial arts. And one of the buddies that I have just looked at me, says, "Dude, you look like a rag doll." He just wound up, swung, I was down and out. I didn't even know what happened. I was laying on the ground, and my buddy puts his hand out, picks me up. He says, "You've been there for about 5 minutes." It's the only time I've ever been knocked out in a fight.
But I'm glad that you don't have people around like that anymore that do that. Thank goodness, because it's always good to have good friends that will help you out. But
Oh, for sure.
you don't want to have people knocking you out. I mean, that's not right.
Oh, like I said, I don't even know what it was over. That was that. He didn't like it. Something got said, something happened, and I was out. As far as I know, after that, he left, and we haven't spoken since, and that was probably 20 years ago now.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm just glad that that you found something that you enjoy and stream and everything. I mean, it can be a challenge. Like wheels, and you guys said extremely can be a challenge in itself.
Oh, it is. Anyone who wants to start streaming, I encourage it. It has its moments where it's a blast. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy coming in here talking to you guys. I enjoy playing with all you guys. That's why I started getting into YouTube and making videos. Is every time I turned around, somebody was like, "Hey, why aren't you streaming?" And that's when I was in Wheels' stream. And they kept asking, and before that, I played with Oli the Viking. He was a Twitch streamer at the time. Everyone in his chat kept saying the same thing. Hey, is JJ streaming? And the answer was always no. So I started getting into it, and here we are. I mean, definitely no big channel. I think I have 60 subscribers the last time I looked, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'm sure you guys can hear my daughter in the background, and you guys can hear that random bit dinging. Do apologize. That is John Deere themselves releasing videos on YouTube. They don't know how to release a video every day. They release like 20 videos in one day and then don't post for a month.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. People should break it up into a special or something. Break it up when you do a video here and there. That way people stay entertained.
Well, it's a little bit different. So when you do real life equipment like that, the way that they're releasing right now is it's all about Connect the Mobile. So it's about their new monitor that they're coming out with. And they want to get the videos out during the winter on this so that farmers will be like, hey, we need this in our tractors. So they release everything on it, a brief of here's what the tractors can do, or here's what your tractor can do, here's how to use this software, here's how you can put it to good work, so that over the winter their techs can get dispatched to install these.
Well, that's not a bad way of doing it. It's kind of like a little self-done tutorial.
Pretty much. But it's what the panel can do, not how to install. So there is some guys that'll buy the panel and install it themselves. And I'm sure John Deere is fine with that. And to give you guys a thought, they released 10 videos.
So they released 10 this week.
Just now.
Man, that's quick. Getting
9 videos,
done.
sorry. 9.
That's still not pretty bad. That's still pretty good. But I'm glad that they're doing it. I mean, somebody should, and it helps too.
But I mean, when I say they release 9 videos, it's 15-second videos. I think their longest one is 25 seconds, maybe.
Why would they do it so short?
Sorry, 45 seconds. Because it's different tabs inside the program. Just need to send out a text message here, guys. I'll be right with you. And then I need to send out a tweet because, well, I'm slacking today. I did not tweet out that I was live.
Well, your YouTube notification went out. I thought your tweets go out automatically.
Well, Restream just sends out one that just says streaming with restream.io. I know I can change that, but I haven't.
You just you streaming on YouTube, Twitch, anything else?
So there we go. That gets all those sent out. While we are here, let's tab over to this and see how you're making out good, buddy.
Yep, the
77%, so you're going to need to be unloaded here at the top of the row. So jump back into this John Deere. Jump back in, Cap, and go unload you, and then I think I'm going to take over the harvester.
Yep, because you can't do any more work to that empty.
Pretty much.
I think I finally fixed my Bluetooth on my mic. It was competing with my phone. I had to reboot my phone.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be no fun sitting at my laptop in the next couple of days because I don't know how well Forestry is gonna run on a 680.
It should run pretty decently. Like I said, I ran Farm Sim on a 560 for a long time. The main reason I had upgraded video cards was so I could play Battlefield.
How did you like it?
My 560?
That too, but you're on Battlefield.
It was Battlefield 4. I've always been a big first-person shooter. That's how I usually unwind, so...
Well, what do you think about Battlefield 1?
I have seen gameplay footage on it, but personally I have yet to play it. I do know that Wheels has it, and Grandpa.
Because Wheels is kind of a family streamer, so I don't know if he's ever can do anything with it.
Just taking this time as this is unloading, guys. Just going to try to get my RoCat brought up. RoCat is a standalone program that I use. It allows me to use my phone as a button pusher, pretty much. So I have it set up for Farm Sim so that I can raise and lower my implements, controls my GPS in my implement in anything that I'm driving, and I just have it as it's on my phone. Usually it's on my tablet. My tablet broke. So.
Well, how did you set that up like that? Because that's pretty good.
What you do is you go to rocat.com. RoCat's ROO. Cat, C-A-T, and you download they have multiple things. I don't know why I'm sitting so close. My field of view is supposed to be like 75%, but it's not.
Do you need to readjust your seat or something on the game since you did reinstall?
That's just what I was checking to see where my field of view is, but I don't think it's in these settings that I can change it, and it's not. So I guess we're going to have to go with me sitting on the dash.
So basically, you just squished up against the steering wheel, basically.
Well, I could just do it that way.
Yeah, that's a little better. What did you do, Jay? Just get yourself back?
I pretty much turned around. I stuck my face directly into the camera or into my track IR, and then reset the camera.
So
And then I
basically
just leaned back.
Okay, so basically your camera got out of a cowburst, basically.
There we go. Much better. The thing with track IR is wherever you reset it to, it'll remember. In my Rocat, I have a function in there where I can hire a worker. That's what keeps happening, is it keeps clicking hire worker on me.
So how you gonna fix that then?
It stopped. I just had to remove it.
Because it would use all your money, wouldn't it, if you hired
Yeah.
too many workers?
Eventually it will.
And your point of this game is to make money in it, not to lose.
Pretty much. So to get my camera the way that I have it now, if I bring my head all the way up, with track IR it'll bring my head up. So what I do is I sit all the way forward and go up pretty high, and then I hit F12, which resets my track IR to that position. So then when I sit back down, when I go back to normal sitting, it now looks like this.
Yeah, because it's got a pretty good wide field of view on my end.
For some reason though, will not let me change monitors.
Did you set that up correctly when you did the reinstall? Is there anything you need to change on that?
No, it wasn't that was causing it. When I say my monitors, I meant the monitor that I'm looking at about the middle of my screen now. The buttons that I was pressing weren't allowing me to change that, so.
That's a pain when nothing works right. You gotta tweak everything till you get it right.
Pretty much.
So what's going on with your daughter? Because she's really wailing in the background.
She's just having a blast with her mother. Chewing on a finger.
I thought she might just be hungry again, the way she's screaming.
No, my wife just fed her, so she's definitely not hungry. She downed her bottle of formula, and at the same time, I think she just downed half a loaf of banana bread, so.
Yeah, 'cause you were telling me that she's always teething, so that's interesting.
Yeah, she has 4 teeth coming in.
So JJ, how you've been married like 12 years, am I right?
I'll be married 10 years on the 19th. Well, sorry. I won't be married for 10 years. I'll be with my wife for 10 years. I've only been married for about a year and a half. But I've definitely been with my wife for 10 years.
Seems longer than that, doesn't it?
Some days it feels like I've been with her my whole life.
Yeah, but there's nothing more fun than being around a person you care about.
Pretty much. I mean, some days I could be without her, but that's just personal, so.
So how did you meet her exactly, JJ?
High school sweethearts. Actually, she met my best friend at the time, and he introduced me to her.
Well, that was awfully nice of him.
Sly Robot, welcome back. There's not really a whole lot up, just farming away. Sitting here running a combine. wait until it gets full. I'll jump over into the other John Deere and empty it and repeat the process. The server is open, guys. Just type in !join into chat, and that'll give you a link to download my Dropbox. Just take that link, or that file that downloads, unzip it into your mods folder, and in there as well, it tells you, gives you all the info that you need to join our servers.
Yeah, it's just the same. I won't be able to join you until I get home from work, so that's the same.
That's cool. And Sly, got any tips to getting a girlfriend? Be yourself. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to, impress. I mean, you can try to impress her, but don't go overboard. Be yourself. I had a practical leadership teacher, a really nice guy, really funny, and I don't even know how we got into the topic one day, but he stood up in the middle of class and he says, I've been married for 25 years. And this would have been 20 years ago now, so 45 years he's been married now. He stood up in the middle of class and he says, boys, I'll give you guys the best pickup line you're ever going to need in a bar. Ever going to need anywhere in life. And he walked up to the hottest girl in class, and we all laughed because it was just one of those scenarios that he was setting up, right? He walks up to her and he goes, "Hi, my name's Joe, what's yours?" And she shakes his hand and says, "Hi, my name's Mary." And he looks at every single one of us guys and he goes, "See? Within the first sentence that I said to her, I've shook her hand, so I've got to touch her, and I've learnt her name." As he said, "That's exactly the line that I used to meet my wife." And he goes, "I've been married to her for 25 years, so gentlemen, this line definitely works." And sure enough, when I met my wife, I walked up to her. I said, "Hey, my name's JJ." And she said, "Hey, I'm Melissa." And, well, needless to say, guys, I've been with her for 10 years. Married to her for a year. I ended up proposing to her 5 times. First 4 times, I definitely wasn't in the proper state of mind to be proposing, but as they say, the 5th time's the charm. On the 5th time, she said yes. And, well, as you guys can tell, we have a young one who's 8 months now, give or take. I don't know. I forget her age all the time, but we have our first child, and we couldn't be any happier.
Yep. Well, because it's always a good feeling when you do have a family in your own. I mean, you're going to have a lot of great times ahead there with you too, JJ.
Oh, I hope so. I mean, every day is a different learning curve. Anyone who's been watching me for a while knows I talk about my daughter quite a bit. But I know some guys, if Grandpa's Gaming's still here, I know this group's the first group that I told. I told them when nobody was streaming. Some of them knew before some of my family knew that my wife was pregnant. And every day they'd log in and they'd ask me, "Are you scared?" And my only response to them was, "I'm petrified." I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I just knew my wife was pregnant and it's my first. I was nervous like there was no tomorrow and scared all at the same time. But I'd never second guess it now any day. I love my daughter to death, and there's no one else that could do it.
Yep, I mean, definitely can be scared, but I'm glad that everybody that does have a kid probably feels the same way. They're just grateful that they have a healthy kid. So, did you play any sports when you were younger?
Never on any teams. I played quite a bit of pickup hockey. But, I am Canadian. That's kind of what we do. Some of the saying goes, that we learned how to play hockey before we could walk, so.
What do you think about hockey, though?
What do I think about hockey? I love it, dude.
Not you, I mean her.
What's my wife think about hockey? She loves it as well.
You go to any hockey games around?
We haven't been to one in several years, but we usually go out and support our hockey team that's here, our local team. So, but unfortunately, we haven't been to one in I don't know how long. It's been a while, that's for sure.
I like hockey, but some people don't like to go because of the sometimes the teams fight. But I just like it because I enjoy watching what's gonna happen and enjoy the game. And I mean, it's fun to just get out of the house for a while.
Only drawbacks where my camera is I can't actually look sideways.
I guess you're still gonna have to reset your camera a little bit, huh? Jay? How did you get started in doing farming?
How did I get started in farming? My brother-in-law actually. Uh, we were sitting there one day and we got to talking. He had John Deere's farming simulator game, and I played it, beat it. The John Deere one at the time was an older game, let's say, and it was pretty easy to beat. So I think I beat it in a couple hours, and I enjoyed it. So I Googled, is there any other farming simulators like it? And Farming Simulator 13 popped up, and at the time it was on sale, so I purchased it. Just gonna set my GPS here to auto steer for me. But I ended up purchasing it, and then this was around the end of 13. So when 15 came out, I had pre-purchased it, and well, and I've been playing it ever since. So
Yeah, well, and I was doing it myself, but it can be a challenging game to play. I can give you that much.
yeah, well, I've enjoyed it so much that I've purchased the steering wheel, dual joysticks, and try to make it as realistic as I can. So
But there's nothing like good hard work and you see the results at the end, and you get the cash in your pocket too. That's always a nice feeling.
oh, for sure. I mean, Farm Sim's one of those games where, much like real life, you see the steps. It's not as hard and tiring as in real life. It can be. Um, but I mean, real life, everyone thinks farmers are rich because they own so much property, but farmers make enough to get by, and that's about it. I seen a post this morning on Facebook, and it was a full belly dump trailer that like what we have in real life of wheat, and it said, this is made into however many loaves, and it sold for I think $84,000, and then it said the farmer's cut of that's only $5,000.
Yep. Well, and that's not much.
No, not at all. When you really think about it, I mean, I think real life growth cycle on wheat, I think is a couple months. And so for a couple months, you've seeded the fields, you've seeded them, you've fertilized them, you've plowed them, you've cultivated them, you've done all the bedding to it, you've made sure all the soil pHs are proper on it, everything else is proper on it to make $5,000. Now, that was a trailer load. So the smaller guys who their fields might only net them one tractor trailer load, that's not too bad. But some of these bigger guys that like Cargill and stuff like that who own thousands of acres of farmland, I know in Saskatchewan, that's pretty much all they do out there because it's so flat. Is a lot of farmland and stuff like that. So the bigger guys are a little more profitable in it, but the smaller farmers and your local farmers are actually a lot of them are getting out of it because of that. There's just no money in it anymore, or not as much money in it.
Yeah, and plus the crops don't always yield the best crop either.
No, that's why there's a lot of things that get factored into it. There is government rebates and stuff like that. They might not be the greatest, don't get me wrong. I don't know how the whole thing goes against it or goes with it. I do know that you can purchase crop insurance from a farming or farming insurance agencies and stuff like that. And I'll be right back, guys. I have a phone call.
No problem, DJ. Take your time.
Sorry, guys. We ended up not answering the phone anyway. We had no clue who it was.
I wonder if it was a spammer because I was getting them for a while.
I'm not really sure.
My motto is if it says unknown, don't answer it. And DJ, there's not very many people commenting today either.
No, it's a pretty slow day here in chat, that's for sure.
But that doesn't mean we won't have the same amount of fun, but that's what I'm hoping.
I mean, every day has its own, so it's definitely been, I think, about an hour now that I've been streaming, an hour and a half that I've been streaming. I've seen us up to 6 or 7 people, and we go back down to 2 or 3, so the 2 or 3 people that are watching, I do definitely appreciate it. Speak up in chat, let me know that you guys are still there. I'm guessing Sky's still here, or Sly's still here. I know Bird's here in chat. I have my laptop open, so that's probably one of the viewers right there. But if you guys are here, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button down in the bottom. It really helps me out. Lets other people know that I'm doing a pretty good stream. I do apologize. Unfortunately, this is Farming Simulator, and running combines is what we do. Here, I'll give you guys some third-person view here of me running this combine at the biggest speed you'll ever see, 7.4 kilometers per hour. I think it's roughly 5 miles per hour.
Yeah, combines don't go very fast. I found that out the first day I got in the server. They're slow movers.
This one here I think is moving a little bit slower than usual. I think the average combine default in-game one's 12 miles per hour is what it runs. I don't know why this one is set so low.
So it looks like you're harvesting here. What crops are you gonna harvest today?
We currently have soybean here on field 15, and I'm probably going to replate it soybean. And then I think on field 12 is canola.
Okay, canola. I can't think of it right now, but canola is used for canola oil and what else in real life?
The real life use of it, I'm not 100% sure. I know it's also called rapeseed, R-A-P-E, rapeseed in different areas. There's a German name for it too, I can't remember. But I know it's made to make oils. Apparently my daughter doesn't like the fact that my wife just laid her down in bed.
So, JJ, do you have like a garden in your in your apartment area that
No.
you guys? There's several apartments out here. You can get a little swivel if you wanted to plant a garden. I didn't know if you guys done that.
We do not have a garden area. Unfortunately, the property that this building is built on isn't very big, so there would be no room to put an actual garden out.
If he ever did move to a house, what would you want to put down for a plant that you could? So, JJ, what plant would you want to put down if you did have a piece of land that you own that you could plant on?
Up here in my area, we pretty much see corn. Um, Most of the time it's corn. I think there's a little bit of wheat, but it's pretty much corn up here. We have pretty hilly areas, really wet summers, so that we plant a lot of corn, and it's a lot of like corn and grass, because we have more dairy farms around here. So a lot of the guys are doing corn and grass for their dairy production. So if I could probably own a decent set of land, um, with enough acres on it, I'd probably do corn, and I'd try to sell it in the mills as dairy cattle corn. Or I don't think I'd try to go too big with it, but it definitely depends on where I wanted to go. So
Me, if I decide to move to a place that I could do, that I would do maybe tomatoes for me. Because I would want to make my own spaghetti sauce, and that's about it. Because that's the only thing I ever eat with tomatoes in it is spaghetti. I'm not a big tomato person.
So I'm just looking up, since you asked earlier, what is canola usually used for in real life? Canola is usually used to make canola seeds, or canola oil, sorry. Canola oil is used in several non food wise items. So they use it to make lubricants, biodiesel, candles, lipstick, and newspaper inks, depending on the price on the market. They do the same with soybean oil.
Because it's always interesting to know what you're harvesting because you kind of know what you can get out of it. And I mean, different plants make different things. I mean, it's interesting to know what you can get. So, JJ, do you like tomatoes? Because I'm not a big tomato person.
I like tomatoes. I mean, I've eaten my fair share of tomatoes. I love fresh tomatoes out of the garden. Uh, Gotta love ketchup. I mean, 90% of the people that I talk to that tell me they don't like tomatoes, but they love ketchup. It's pretty much the same thing. Only difference is they add sugar and water to it. But I
Yep.
mean, it is what it is. Everyone likes something different, right? Uh, Growing up as a kid, we always had a garden in our backyard. We grew, all the basic stuff. So we had romaine lettuce and leaf lettuce. We had yellow and green string beans. We had cucumbers, which we turned into pickles. We had tomatoes, a little bit of potatoes, carrots. We've grown our own dill. So, I mean, growing up as a kid, I've always had small, manageable by hand gardens. Nothing, not the acre wise of a garden. Uh, just, big enough, maybe a 10-foot by 8-foot spotted dirt in the backyard that we dug out every year. Made it into our own little garden, so that was something that we always had as a kid.
Yeah, well, me, I like some of that stuff, but tomatoes to me, I just don't like it because of the texture. It's kind of, to me, it doesn't taste right to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are that way. The texture of the food really affects on how they feel about it.
Now, here's the strange thing about it. I don't like the texture of whole tomatoes, but I will eat diced up tomatoes in a taco.
Yeah, like I said, it all depends on how you bring it up. So, for instance, my daughter, if she doesn't like my daughter, my niece, my nephew, I learned it the most. But if a child doesn't like the texture of something, when they touch it, they won't eat it. That's why they always play with their food. If they don't like the texture, they won't eat it. And it's always been that way. I've seen us give my niece and nephew love vegetables. They love them. They can't get enough of them. Cut them up, put them in their food. They don't like them as much.
But yet they eat the vegetables whole, correct?
My nephew loves whole carrots. I've cut up carrots, put it in spaghetti. He's thrown them out of the spaghetti and says he hates them. But yet I'll turn around right after he says that and give him a whole carrot and he'll eat it. Just because of the textures.
Yeah, I like carrots myself. What about you, JJ? Carrots, I like them either way.
I love carrots. Carrots, corn. String beans, though, that's one thing that I absolutely love string beans, but only certain times of the year. I cannot go to the grocery store and buy them. I will go down to the local farmer market and buy them. I cannot eat store-bought green beans or yellow beans. Everyone that I know I've said that to, they think I'm weird. But I can't eat them. So apparently my restream's not streaming.
That's not good.
Well, it's streaming, but the chat isn't posting properly. If you look on YouTube, does it have a link on there by any chance for donations? In the chat?
I'm looking now to see.
It would have been posted right after you posted, so it would have been the last thing said.
No, it's just mine.
Yeah, that's really weird then.
So what are you going to have to do to fix that?
I'm going to reconnect my bots.
You're having IT issues, and so am I. It was a fun day, isn't it? So, is there any new games that you definitely want to get, or are you going to hold off for a while?
I'm probably going to hold off for a little while.
Yeah, because Fallen Sim is one of the games that I was holding off on for a little while because the Christmas and the holidays. I wanted to hold off for a little bit.
Yeah, I figured with the new DLC that was coming out, though, they would put it on sale. I don't think they did.
No, it's still $14.99. I don't think it can go on sale to the Steam summer sale.
Some reason I can't get connected to certain things.
What's going on?
Something to do with Restream. That's all that I know.
I wonder if Restream is having issues on their end.
PT Negorath? Thank you for the follow, or the host, sorry, the host over there on Twitch. I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, I don't really know how many viewers are watching over there right now, or how many viewers you hosted over to me, but definitely do appreciate it. And thank you for coming out. I'm glad you liked the stream enough to send me a host.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything on my end, JJ, about that.
No, I'm not sure what it is. I know it is working, or my restream is working, because I'm getting my chat messages, and if I look over on my other monitor, I have one of my chat bots is over there that's monitoring Twitch, and it's showing that my messages are posting to Twitch, so it's just not showing up on YouTube for some reason.
Did you set the link back up between Twitch and YouTube?
Yeah, it was one of the first things I always do.
I wonder if YouTube is just something where it's kind of glitchy.
It could be anything. I mean, Restream is a new program that's out, so.
There's always going to be bugs or anything new, is what I was taught.
I mean, Restream has come a long way from where they started. I didn't use them when they first came out. I think Wheels tried to, and it was so laggy for him that he couldn't use it. And he came back to it not that long ago, when I actually started streaming with him, and we started doing the multis that way. So we stream both on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I've seen some guys that are using it to stream on other services as well. I think I was watching one guy, he was streaming on 5 streaming sites all in through Restream. So.
Because the last time I was in Restream, it was cutting out when I was watching over there.
Well, Restream you can't watch on. Restream is a service provider. So what happens is I upload my video to Restream. Restream then sends it out to whoever I have connected. So I currently have YouTube and Twitch connected to it. So in my OBS, I have it set that I'm streaming to Restream servers. Restream's then hosting the stream and putting it out between Twitch and YouTube for me.
That's an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to do it.
JJ, your OBS should be working a lot better too now that you have everything set up correctly.
Yeah, everything is working perfect here on my end now. I haven't had any hiccups with it lately, so.
Which is good. because I do remember you telling me you can do 3 monitors recording the stream because they wouldn't let you. But maybe now that you did a reinstall, everything might work good for you.
It might. I definitely have to get my third monitor hooked back up then. But like currently, I'm running my third monitor is actually running my laptop. So I have 2 monitors here on my main gaming PC, and then I have 2 monitors on my laptop right now. So I have one monitor that's right beside my other 2 that I have my YouTube channel up on right now, and I'm watching the stream that way to check out quality and stuff like that.
Yeah, because speaking of monitors, LG, I believe, is the one that came out where you can actually do 2 computers off of one monitor, so you can do a split down the middle, which would actually be perfect for you, JJ, because then you can keep it running your laptop and you can keep it running your main PC as well.
Yeah, you've been able to actually do that for a while. You can't do it the split way. But what I could have done is ran DVI, which is digital, and VGA, which would run off analog. So if I switch my monitor between digital and analog, I could actually run 2 computers that way. And if I ran a KVM, I want to say it is, it's a switcher that you plug your mouse and keyboard into. I can actually switch it between what desktop or what tower or laptop my mouse and keyboard run off, so I can run off 2 computers off the same monitors and keyboard and mouse.
Yep, but the one that I was talking about is you can actually have 2 simultaneous video feeds going at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
Because that would be perfect for you, because like, for example, you can have chat on one side and your game on the other.
Yeah, I don't think I'd run it that way though. I really think I would run my game on its own as my game so that I can see exactly what's going on around me. And then I'd run chat and stuff off another monitor.
Yeah. And this one, I don't know what you think of curved monitor, JJ. It's a 36-inch curved monitor that people are talking about.
Yeah, I've never used one. I hear you get a lot better picture out of them. I know a lot of people, a lot of the bigger streamers, I think, are still running flats. I know some guys that run huge setups have been slowly making their move over to the curved monitors. But as far as right now goes, I have 3 LCDs, and that's probably where they're going to stay for the foreseeable future, unless I win the lottery. And well, needless to say, if I win the lottery, well, the stream quality is definitely going to change.
Unless you get another donation.
Yeah, unless I get another pretty big donation. Donations are always accepted, never mandatory. Any money that I do get through donations will be going to improve the stream, whether it's through maybe doing a server of another game, upgrading, my mic needs to be upgraded, or upgrading my computer a little bit, getting a newer motherboard and a new chipset, or depending on, how much you guys want to donate. But like I said, donations are always accepted, but never mandatory.
And that's a good way to look at it. So JJ, what mic you're using to stream with?
I currently have no special mic. It's actually just a headset mic. I have the Logitech gaming headset, so.
Yeah, I use a blue snowball is what I use, but I don't have that with me. That's on my home setup.
Yeah, Buckshot uses a blue snowball. I think it's a blue snowball now. I think he has a blue Yeti as well. I know Wheels had one for a while as well. I think Wheels has switched out to another one. I think Grandpa's still running a blue Yeti when he does his. But I know a lot of the guys only use them to record with. I think Grandpa, most of the time, he's running Discord off of a headset mic. I think Buck is actually running his off of the microphone on his camera for some reason. I don't know why. I think Wheels does both. When he's recording, he uses his mic that way, and like when he's streaming and stuff. But I think when he's just logging on, I think it's just through headset.
Well, because right now for me, I'm running the Apple EarPods is the microphone. I'm running the new wireless Apple AirPods, and they seem to be doing pretty good. But how's the quality of the mic on you end?
Oh, it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I like it myself. I mean, it makes it more convenient because then you don't have to run off your laptop to mic, which is not always the best.
Yeah.
So, JJ, how much are you harvesting tonight? How many liters?
What do you mean?
Like, how much crop are you planning on harvesting for one day?
I do it all.
I heard some people like do half the field or a quarter of the field, depending on what they feel like doing.
Usually when I sit down to play, if I'm gonna harvest the fields, I harvest it all. Unless something else comes up that I have to run, but usually I'll just sit here and I'll harvest the whole field.
So your daughter finally fell asleep over there?
Yeah, she laid down for a nap there just a couple minutes ago.
Yep. Well, I'm glad everybody turned out, even if we're not seeing people in chat much. I'm glad they came out to watch. I mean, it's always interesting to watch farming simulation going on.
Yeah, for sure. Some people I know do enjoy watching it, and I know there's some people that don't, so.
What is your favorite game that you would actually watch on YouTube when you get a chance?
Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. I mean, if I'm playing Farm Sim, then I usually watch Farming. If I'm playing Ark, then I usually watch Ark. It all depends. Those are the only two games that I really watch streams of, so.
Yeah, because Ark, I heard, is kind of repetitive.
I know a lot of streamers that stream a game, they actually don't like to watch streams of that game. I know Buckshot, for instance. Buck doesn't really like watching Farm Sim streams. It's rare that he watches them because he produces a lot of videos on them and stuff. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, he does definitely watch streams, but depends on who they are, I guess, and what he's been doing that day. So.
So, JJ, what was the first game that you ever played when you were younger?
Oh, I couldn't even begin to know where to go with that, so I've watched several games. Or I've played several games. I mean,
Well,
I've been playing video games since the Atari, so I remember the Atari.
Well, I remember the first computer game I ever started playing was called the Dig. That's what I started on.
That was out on DOS, was it not?
Windows 95 and DOS.
I've never played it, but I've heard of people talking about it.
Yep, and it's a good game, and I beat it. And it's a very good game. You'll be surprised to see whose name is in the credits at the end of the game, too. I was shocked when I saw the name at the end of the credits. Steven Spielberg was in the credits.
I mean, back then, computers were all the rage, right? That's where everybody wants to eventually go and stuff, so anyone that had money was trying to get their name out there that way.
Yeah, I mean he's a great movie director too. So DJ, do you still have your Atari today?
I do not.
Still got all my original consoles that I started with. I got the Nintendo original NES. I got the first Xbox that came out, the 360, and now the Xbox One.
Yeah, I own my computer. My wife owns a PS3 that she games on from time to time. It's pretty rare that she actually does anything on it anymore. But yeah, she has that. She prefers like Little Big Planet and Lego Harry Potter and stuff like that. But that's her kind of game. And I have my computer.
My games are kind of racing games like Forza Motorsport. That's what I like.
Yeah, I haven't played any of Forza. Just lack of pretty much buying it. But I played Project Cars for a little bit. I couldn't get my steering set up to where I was happy with it, and I didn't like that.
Well, yeah, I know you didn't like that, but maybe now you can. So, JJ, what do you like going to be cooking for dinner tonight? Do you have any idea?
I have no clue. My wife asked me that exact same question, and I looked at her and I said, I don't know, what are you making? I do have pork chops taken out, so I'm probably going to make something up with pork chops. I'm just not sure what. Alrighty, let's bring you guys something a little bit different. Let's plow this field. We'll start plowing it.
JJ, I have to mute my mic for a little bit. I'm got a phone call that I'm quick to take, so I can mute my mic in Discord for a bit.
Alright, no problem, buddy. Have yourself a good one. So if you guys are out there, just type in chat. Let me know that you guys are out there. Let me know that you guys are enjoying the stream. What you guys are enjoying about it. This is definitely farm sim at its finest. This is what you do. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to talk about. I've been live now for almost 2 hours. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming tonight. I know I do need to go and cook supper here at some point, since apparently my wife decides that it's my turn to cook supper tonight. And last night, and the night before that, and the night before that. Yeah, apparently it's my job to cook. But, so I should be going to do that pretty soon. I'm about halfway done this field. I'll probably finish it all off camera. But I appreciate every one of you guys who have come out tonight. I know not very many of you have spoken, but I do appreciate you guys watching. All of the little bits do help. If you guys are new here and you don't know what I do, hit that subscribe button. Go check out some of my past recordings. I have quite a few videos posted. I say quite a few, I think I have like 20 videos posted. I'm thinking about trying something different. I might get into, not really a let's play, but maybe some how-to videos. I might make one on how to use Dave's file switcher, or depending on where Courseplay is sitting, I might make some on Courseplay. I know I'm probably not the greatest guy to walk you guys through Courseplay, but it might be fun trying to learn Courseplay from a new person's point of view. So.
Yeah. Okay, JJ, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have a phone call I had to take care of like you did.
Nah, it's all good.
And me, I accidentally hit the wrong button. I hit pause on the stream. That's never good when you accidentally hit pause.
You should just have to hit play and then push it right to the end. It should go back to live.
Yeah, I hit the live button next to the play button, so I hit once I hit play.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so how's your day been, JJ, besides doing the stuff for the ladies in your apartment? How's it been before?
Not too bad. Just did a little bit of work around the house. Sat down on my computer, logged onto the server to see what was needing to be done. Everything was pretty much done. There was a little bit of planting left to do this morning, so I did that off stream so that it would be done for when I did decide to go stream today. Got that good to go. Sped up the time in the game so that we had a harvest to do, because we still don't have a whole lot going on the farm. It's something that we need to get worked on. But once we do get the farm set up where we can, we'll take it off of pause mode. Right now, if there's nobody on the server, it pauses. So our goal is to get that removed once we have enough work to do and enough people coming on every day. I know I'm on almost every day. I think I may go into the settings and actually remove that from the server so that the server is always live when there's nobody on, and stop fast forwarding the server. We're getting to the point now with animals and stuff that there's always something to do.
Yeah, because you got quite a bit of animals. How many sheep we have?
We currently have 5.
Because I was only seeing 2 earlier in the stream when I looked.
There might only be 2, but in the store we own 5.
I guess they were in the other side of the pen.
They might have been, yeah.
No, sorry, I missed it earlier because I had that phone call. What did you say you guys are doing for dinner?
I'm not really sure.
Because that's why my phone started ringing. That's why I brought that up again.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm doing for dinner. I took out pork chops yesterday, so I'll probably end up cooking those up, and I don't know what to make with them. I'll figure all that one out when I actually go and start cooking.
What do you like on your pork chops? Because me, I like the gravy on mine.
Yeah, we usually don't do gravy on our pork chops up here.
You eat a lot of poutine out there, don't you?
It's definitely one of the foods that's always on the menu.
There's a couple of places down here that you can go to a couple of restaurants down here and get it, and it's still pretty good. Yeah, I went to Canada on my last trip and I enjoyed it up there. It was nice.
What part of Canada did you go to?
Montreal and the big cities right up around that area. Couple of them. Montreal's one of them. And then there was let me see, what's over there by Montreal? There's Montreal and whatever.
Well, that would have been Quebec, so you're about the middle of
Yeah.
Canada. So you could have
Yep.
went Toronto, Ottawa, depending on if you wanted to go that way to Canada. Uh, Depends on where you went, really.
Yeah. Quebec is one of the cities that we did stop at.
Yeah, it's right in the middle of Quebec, I think. Not really sure. I try to avoid that province with any chance I can.
Why you don't like that province?
It's personal. Never have, never will.
Well, it's a big city too. What do you think about the Toronto area?
Personally, I've never been there. I grew up far from there, about 4.5 hour drive from there. But I've never been there. I have a grandmother that lives there. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, Toronto's as big as they come some days, so.
Because I went to take the Alaskan cruise and we went to that area in the cruise.
Cool.
So it was definitely fun to get to see some of Alaska and some of Canada. You ever been on any cruises, JJ?
The only cruises that I have ever been on weren't really cruises. I've been aboard some of our naval vessels. That's when I was in cadets many moons ago. But that's about it for really cruises. I did 2 day sails aboard the HMCS Moncton, uh, which is a coastal frigate that patrols around this area. I think they're based out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. I believe is where they're based out of. I boarded it in Sackville and drove. Well, I shouldn't say drove. We sailed to Shediac. Both times that I did the day sails aboard them. I've been aboard a couple Coast Guard vessels. When my cadet corps took trips down to Halifax, we usually went, every year we usually boarded a naval vessel that was in dry dock, or that just happened to be there. And we also boarded a Coast Guard vessel. And then we do a tour. One year we did a tour of the bosun school, which is for the Navy. And then we usually do a tour of the Coast Guard dispatch center.
That was kind of fun to do.
I loved it. I loved every day. I enjoyed it. I did try to enlist in the military, and at the time, the recruiter I had was being biased and told me that all the positions were full. So I was back when I was 19. I don't think I'd try to enlist nowadays, but that's just personal preference and personal opinion now that I have my daughter and stuff. But life changes.
If you got a kid, you want to stay close to them until they grow up.
Pretty much. I mean, everyone has their own personal preference. Everyone has the way they want to do stuff. Anybody who joins the forces, thank you. I appreciate it. And I know it's not easy, but I definitely do appreciate it. And I mean, I know as the saying goes, you guys don't do it just for the thanks, but a lot of people forget what you guys have to put up with. So
I had family that was in the military, and of course I have some friends of mine that were in the military as well. My dad was in the military, my grandfather was in the military, and I got some friends of mine from church that were in the military.
cool. My wife's uncle is currently enlisted. My wife's brother, so my brother-in-law is currently enlisted. I have uncles from my dad's side of the family that are enlisted, so a handful of the guys that I actually went to cadets with is currently enlisted and serving.
That's why I have a lot of respect for people that are in the military, because I have family and friends that are.
Tell you now, this is a pretty big field.
It is. It looks pretty big on my end. So, JJ, what are you doing on this side of the field? Because you were plowing crops on that side. What are you doing on this side? It looks like you're spraying or you cultivating.
On this side of the field, I am actually plowing. The other side, I was harvesting.
That's all I was saying. You were harvesting that side, but I didn't know if you were cultivating or spraying on this side.
I just started cultivating this side. Well, plowing this side.
Okay, yeah. And you're using GPS to keep it going, right?
No, it's currently hired worker.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying they're having a lot of issues with the hire workers.
I haven't noticed very many issues with them. I mean, the AI is the AI. It's been the same AI since 13. They claim that they've changed stuff in it, but I'll be honest, I have yet to see it. So,
Are you on the new packs that came out?
yeah, we're always up to date on that. So, our server provider updates us as soon as the new patches come available from Giants. So.
So your server gets patched from Giants, which is pretty good.
Well, our server doesn't get patched from Giants. Who our server host is, whenever Giants pushes a patch for servers and stuff, they update our servers and keep us going that way.
You ever thought about hosting your own server yourself?
I have thought about it, but the issue with it when you do that is there's a lot to it, so.
Yeah, but I've always liked working on servers and stuff like that. That's kind of my specialty. I like doing stuff like that. I guess it's just the IT side of me talking, that's why.
And the other thing with hosting a server, like a multiplayer server, is it gets pretty tough and challenging some days. Where if for whatever reason my computer goes down or the internet goes down, the server goes down with it. This way here, the way that it's currently Buckshot who owns the or who's paying for the server. The way that it's working through him is he pays for a service, and it stays up unless something major happens and it's on their end. But I think we've had 99% efficiency rate where the server's been up until Christmas anyway, when their main cluster died. that our server was on, but they switched us over to a new one, got us set back up, so.
Yeah, but me, when I come in, my game keeps lagging when I'm coming on the server. Is there anything I need to change?
You can try lowering your settings, your graphic settings. That might be causing it. There's different things that you can try like that. Graphic settings could be one. I'm trying to think of what else there is. Depending on how many people are on the servers and how much or how much people are on the server and what's going on the server could affect your lag if we're all in different areas, because that's loading up different areas on the servers. There's a lot that could really affect it. So.
The other day it was just me and Bob that were in it.
Yeah, just the difference of where you guys are located could affect your ping on the server too.
Yeah, well, he was on the same side I was. He was right next to me. I don't know what was going on.
Jordan David. He's currently not on the server, so I'm not sure what his ping is. I know I'm currently getting a ping of 42 or 40 to 50 ms every time I ping. I know a couple days ago I was getting a horrible ping of 100 and some at points. Our server that we are currently playing on is based out of Chicago. So if there's a massive storm coming through Chicago that affects our server, I've seen times where Chicago's had no power, so we've had no servers. That's just how it is.
Speaking of Buckshot, he just popped in Discord over there.
Yeah, he's currently muted. He'll eventually come in and say hi. But if you guys haven't already, definitely go check him out. His name is Buckshot over on YouTube. He posts a lot of good stuff. He has different videos that he posts. He does mod reviews, mod tutorials. I don't think he really does a whole lot of map reviews, but he definitely does that. He has a couple multiplayer videos. He has a series that he was doing with his wife, and I'll be right back, guys.
No problem, JT.
Alright guys, I've been live for 2 hours now. I see now that there's 5 people that just started watching the stream, so I do appreciate it. If you guys don't mind, I'm actually going to wrap up here a little bit. Like I said, I've been live for 2 hours. I need to go make supper. There's only one thing that's not very happy other than my daughter when she's not being fed, and that's my wife. I'll be quite honest, I'd rather it be the daughter. It's a lot easier to deal with. But I'm going to wrap it up here. If you guys are liking the stream, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button in the bottom. Let me know that you guys are liking it. If you guys are watching this later in the archives, because I'm actually going to archive this one, because I'm not playing music this time, so I will archive it. If you guys watch this in the archive, you guys are amazing. You guys are positive. I love you all. But for those of you guys that are watching, I love you even more. Thank you all for coming out. Y'all have yourself a great day. And don't forget, head on over to Buckshot, give him a like, give him a thumbs up, subscribe to him. Let him know that you guys are liking his videos. Follow us all on Twitter. So my Twitter is @JadorGaming. Give me a follow on Twitter. I usually tweet out before I live stream or as I'm live streaming. So just do all that for me, guys. Other than that, hope you all have a great one. I am getting out of here to go cook my wife's supper before, well,